Hello Reformers and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, when we left off we were in the Noldor Woods, and if you didn't happen to catch the end of the previous episode, I highly recommend checking that out because it was pretty exciting. But as you can see here, we have yet another Noldor House of Ithilrandir scouts, and we're going to be helping them out against Agathon Legatus. Now, the one... oh no. Oh my, maybe I overestimated my abilities here. Just a little bit. Well, anyway, as you can see, he actually has Iron Circle Centurions, and I'm actually a little bit worried about that, suffice it to say, because he is, of course, one of the people that has unique units in this mod, and a bit worried about that. So, we're going to see how it goes, but I can't promise that I am going to survive, because obviously Iron Circle Centurions, I don't actually know what kind of weapons they use, because it's been a long time since I have fought some of those, as far as I'm aware, because I think it was a while ago that we were in the Empire and we were fighting alongside Agathon Legatus, basically. So, yeah, might be a bit difficult, but anyway, as you can see, we have leveled up here, and, well, what am I going to do? I suppose I should just continue to do Charisma and Prisoner Management. I'd like to get at least 18 Charisma. So if we get 16 now, that's only going to mean 2 more levels, so that means I can get to level 32, because obviously, as everyone knows, if you're somewhat experienced with Warband or anything like that in general, then once you get to level 40, the experience starts to slow down dramatically, so you need to make, you know, pretty important decisions, and obviously that is a big part of what's going on here. So if I wanted to, obviously, I'm going to be increasing, I think I'm going to be increasing Charisma, mainly because obviously leadership is very, very important. Prisoner Management is very important if we want to get some Qualis Gems from unique spawns, so we're going to go for another point in that. But for the foreseeable future, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to round off all of our stats right here, because as you can see, I've kind of gone a bit about the houses about it, because... wow, that was a convoluted sentence. A bit about. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway, if you've caught up with me a little bit, then if you're not confused, then I don't know what's going on there, because I am. But anyway, yeah. Point is, what we want to do is we're going to go around to all of the milestones. So basically, agility 18, intelligence 21, charisma 18, and then we're just going to go from there and see what we can do. But for the most part, I'm just going to try and make it so that we're actually benefiting from all of these milestones, because right now charisma's not doing much, agility's not doing much, strength is absolutely fine where it is, and intelligence, obviously we do want to improve our surgery, wound treatment, first aid, etc, etc. So hopefully that's going to work out quite nicely. Now, enough talk, let's go in and rush to the aid of the Noldor scouts. I'm actually really worried about this. Even though we have a battle advantage of 0, which is actually very nice, the main problem is of course going to be the Iron Circle Centurions. I'm actually unsure whether they have mounts. I'm pretty sure they do, because as you can see, they're actually charging towards us right now. I am quite worried about this, actually. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, I guess what I could do is run out here and do my best to eliminate him. There we go. And we can also get all of our people now following me, all of these people following me, actually. I don't want to get my people following me, thank you very much. Now I'm going to get stopped. Am I going to get killed, though? I suppose I am, actually. I suppose I am going to get killed, but that's okay. That's actually fine, because we've stopped the initial charge, and that means our other units can come in from the side. They're all interspersed. They're all everywhere. They're just running around everywhere, and they have no direction, which is exactly what I was hoping for, but it really depends. It really depends. If we start losing a bunch of people now, then obviously I may decide to retreat, but I think that initial charge was completely thwarted by my own terrible, terrible death. So, you know, if you're gonna critique my gameplay there, then that's absolutely fine. You can, if you so desire. But just think about this for a second. If we stop the charge, like we just did, then that means that they have much less lethality about their initial attack. And because, as you could no doubt tell, most of them did actually have pole arms of sorts, maybe spears, maybe lances, whatever, and that's going to do a lot of damage. That is going to do a lot of damage to our initial front lines, and I wanted to prevent that from happening. I don't really care about dying that much in games in general, actually. I personally feel like it's more of a learning experience, or it's more me sacrificing myself for the greater good, quote-unquote. I mean, you know, that's a bit namby-pamby sort of thing going on there. I didn't really want to say sacrificing myself for the greater good, because that sounds like I'm doing absolutely amazing charity work or something, but no, it's more the fact that I just didn't want our really, really good units, and saying really, really good units dying, I have lost a bunch of hero adventurers, so I suppose that is pretty awful, but I mean, we're actually not doing that badly. We've killed, I mean, look at this, we've only lost, what is that, a total of about 40, and they have lost 100, so we are in much better spirits than the enemy, but obviously it might be a good idea to actually retreat and come back in, because that means I'll be alive, that means all of our people can get back into formation, and that does remind me I need to change some of the, I believe, camp options. I think it's the camp options. It could just be that that is a Clash of Kings, and maybe I'm getting a little bit mixed up and confused about it, but yeah, as far as I'm aware, you can change what they do when you die. I'm not entirely sure whether that's in this mod, because, again, confusion, but we're going to see whether that is indeed the case. Hopefully I'm going to be able to remember that, because obviously, you know me, I don't usually remember these things very easily, but, you know, that's, maybe that's part of my charm. Who knows? Who knows? But there is a pilgrim, and I believe that is actually part of the Noldor party that we're helping. So there is a TM Biscuit Savior among us, and that means, you know what that means, kids? That means everyone is going to absolutely destroy the enemy. Now, that is, because I don't even know whether the Pilgrim was there beforehand. That's probably the reason why I died, because the Pilgrim was not there. And as we all know, if we have a Pilgrim in our party, I can never die, except when I do, obviously. But yeah, no need to mention that. No need to mention that. Oh, and I am, wow, I am taking a lot of damage. Those Iron Circle Centurions are extremely good. I'm actually really worried about this actually now. I really want to move my Noldor a little bit back. And I say my Noldor, but I should technically say the Noldor, because obviously they're not mine. They are certainly not mine, and they are actually in a really bad position right now. This is potentially not good. Well, I suppose it's fine for them to just kind of stand there, I guess. I don't really want my hero adventurers to be killed, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to tell everyone to charge in apart from the archers. Just protect the archers, really. I mean, that's what I want them to do. I mean, the Iron Circle Centurions are extremely good with their throwing weapons, and that's the reason why they've actually killed things so far, because, you know, otherwise they're not going to do much, you know, apart from use their lances and things. But they do actually have Morning Stars as well, as far as I can see, so that's a pretty decent weapon. It has piercing damage, so I can assume that that's going to make, it's going to make killing things much easier for them. We've actually lost one of our Barclay Lancers. I don't really mind losing the Barclay Lancers, because we did get them for 700 from a ransom broker. So if that's not a bargain, I don't know what is. And if they die, then, well, that's just how it has to be. I don't really mind about that so much. And no, you're not going to kill me, thank you very much. Wow, Anson is doing a really, really good job these days. He's actually killing quite a few things and leveling up as a result. Which, look at that! He's actually getting double kills and triple kills. And I don't even know what's up with that. Does he have a much better weapon than he used to? Maybe the automatic upgrading has done him a service in this case. And maybe he has actually gotten something pretty nice. Who knows? But there you go. That is a victory for us. That is a victory right there. 9 renown. That's not bad. That is not too bad. I would obviously prefer 90, but yeah, I think the maximum you can get is 50 anyway, but yeah, I would prefer 90, obviously. Anyway, there you go. That's a pretty nice expenditure there, and we are a little bit, you know, we're doing pretty well in terms of the Noldor relation right there. So yeah, now we can just take a couple of prisoners. We now have 50. Look at that, 50 spaces for prisoners. Really should start getting a couple more of those, I guess. Gonna take that to sell, and I'm gonna take that to sell as well, and I'll just leave the rest. I don't think there's anything else here that I really want to take, so I'm just gonna leave that. There we are. Alright, so shall we stay with the Noldor and see what we can do? Seems like They were running away from there. He has Knights of the Phoenix. He doesn't have any Iron Circle Centurions. I'm pretty sure that we would basically be able to beat anyone now, because obviously we have beaten the Iron Circle Centurions. Ah, hello. Hello, Lord Brutus. Lord Brutus is being tracked down by these Nordor right here. I'm going to help him out. Well, help them out, should I say. I'm not going to help Lord Brutus out, thank you very much. He is actually running away from me, so I'm going to head him off. I'm actually going to corner him here, so hopefully the Nordor are going to catch up before that guy gets into range. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, I'm actually just going to leave him. I'm going to leave the Noldor alone. I'm going to try and chase... What? What was happening with that vassal there? Did you see that vassal? He was literally chasing us down like some terrible fiend, and then he just decided, oh, you know what? I'm going home for tea. He's going home for tea, and he's going to have some biscuits. I don't blame him. I actually don't blame him that much. Yeah. But he left Lord Brutus to our devices, which is... I would certainly say that he is in a very, very bad spot right now then. And, well, I guess we're just gonna have to teach Lord Brutus that he should choose a better faction, maybe? I don't even know. But, yeah, that guy chose some very weird tactics. Who was that guy anyway? I actually can't even remember his name, but oh well. Hopefully we won't encounter him in the future. But this guy, Lord Brutus, I don't even know what he has, but I'm very much hoping that he's going to come over here and actually start the fight. Because, yeah, there we go. There we go. One of our Nordor nobles was able to get a little bit of a kill. Hopefully that's going to mean that they will charge in, or at the very least they'll move a little bit quicker. But yeah, I'm going to move my cavalry. I think I'm actually going to just tell my cavalry to follow me, because I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of a flanking maneuver on these guys, because usually when I am outnumbering the opponent, I very much like doing flanking maneuvers. I probably should do flanking maneuvers more often with people that outnumber us, but usually the reason why I will flank in that particular situation is because when you outnumber the enemy, you have a much greater chance of obviously destroying them and, shall we say, displacing many of the units in their formations, whereas when they're outnumbering you, if you charge in and flank them, while it is still a pretty reasonable, strategy to use, it is going to then mean that your archers / infantry are sitting ducks, and if you don't have many infantry like we don't, I mean we have 3 infantry right now, then it's obviously going to then mean that we will be in a pretty bad position as a result. So what I prefer to do is obviously flanking maneuvers like this, and it means that our archers will obviously be able to deal with the various units on the ground that our enemy has, and then our cavalry will not get chewed up inside because they're not outnumbered. They're actually on a pretty even keel, and that's what obviously matters. So hopefully that's explaining a little bit of my thought process surrounding that. I could be explaining it extremely confusingly, because that's usually what I do. This is what I do. I explain things to you, and I'm very, very bad at it. usually. But hopefully I've explained a little bit, and it's given a bit more insight into what I actually think about these kinds of things. Obviously, flanking, I'm not saying flanking is a bad thing, I'm just saying when you're outnumbered, maybe not the best idea, but obviously it really depends on the type of enemy you're facing. But there you go, we actually did not lose any units whatsoever. We've improved our relation with the Noldor from 12 to 16, and now that means... Does that mean I can actually see Elecre now, or do I need 30 for that? I've absolutely forgotten about it, because I don't believe in my previous playthrough of Pendor in the 3.7 or 3.075. I can't remember the version number for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, the point is that the previous playthrough that I did in 2016, that is obviously, a long time ago, well, for me, and I can't particularly remember whether I did... make friends with the Noldor. I don't think I did, actually, so yeah, I could be misremembering, but Elecre is around here, so maybe I'm gonna see them sooner rather than later, who knows. But yeah, it's actually been extremely easy to just follow these Noldor scouts around and have them engage an Empire vassal and then go from there. I think it's actually very easy to do that. We're gaining 3 more heroine adventurers, 1 more maiden adventurer. I'm a bit sad that we... Wait a minute. Do I not have any more adventurers? No, apparently I have no more adventurers, so we have all the hero adventurers that we can currently get, which is actually a bit sad. Because obviously I would like it to be a rolling experience, a rolling situation where we are constantly gaining really, really good units. I'm actually hoping that one of the Noldor bands are going to intercept an Empire vassal that has like really good troops to rescue or something along those lines, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, which is a bit of a shame, but well, what can you do? So yeah, I guess what else is there to do for me right now? Well, I suppose Elecray might be available, but I think you need 30 for something. I think you need 30 to be able to participate in their tournaments, or I'm actually unsure about that. But if it is 15 where I can actually participate in their tournaments, then it would be really nice, because I might be able to gain a Qualis gem from that, and that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I think what I'm actually going to do before the beginning of the next episode, I'm going to try and search the map. I'm going to run around the entirety of the map, and I'm going to go to the most well-known places, at least for me, where the peasant army that is led by the unique spawn, because I know that a couple of you did mention that I should probably fight the huge peasant army again, not the one that outnumbers us 1,000 to 100, 10 to 1 or whatever, but not that one, but the other one that actually has a hero unit included within it, because if you do that, then obviously you do have an opportunity to gain a Qualis gem. I'm not entirely sure if that guy is actually even in the game at the moment, because obviously it's... I don't even know. Is it random? Is it random, the unique spawns? I guess it is. It's random when they appear, but maybe he's been defeated already, because obviously his army is really quite bad. So there is that. Do you remember Whitestag Castle, by the way? Do you remember Whitestag Castle? Yeah, we got it down to 25 units. Now it has 483. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, so it seems like the Noldor aren't actually being attacked anymore by the Empire vassals. So I suppose that gives me a good opportunity to come and sell here. I mean, I don't really have that much. I mean, I have various loot and I have this. I do have a leadership book as well, by the way, that I'm going to be doing once my charisma hits 18 and once my leadership gets to the next level. So then I have about 7 in leadership or something along those lines, because I think that's probably the limit to what I'm going to be able to get in terms of charisma and all that sort of thing. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll save it and just in case, but I'd like to get as much leadership as possible. And we do have a bunch of other people here. I could sell my prisoners for another 1,800, which is relatively nice. Yeah, I've already asked these people things, so don't really need to worry about them. And do we... Oh, we don't have anything here. We don't have an enterprise here. I can't believe it. Okay, so we're going to be getting a tannery 640. No, we're not going to get a tannery just yet. Ah, okay. Yeah, we will get a tannery then by the looks of things. There we go. Take that 12,000. I haven't actually been paid in a long time. I'm actually a bit worried about that. It seems like my... I don't know. I guess I've just been doing a lot of battles and things like that. So I'm just going to wait until the next day and then see what we can do here. Yeah, just level up another one of these. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. I would have liked to have played a bit more, but as I say, there's not really much more for me to do apart from run through the entirety of the map. But I suppose the only other thing that I could do is head to Elecray and see... Oh, hello, Deve. Deve has returned. And now I'm going to start to get problems again with Sigismund and him, so I'm going to try and ask him, would you then support my cause? Keeping the peasants safe. Yes, very good. Okay, so Sigismund's going to go off and do whatever he does. Give me a bit of right to rule. Thank you very much, even though it doesn't actually matter for me, because obviously I'm doing the claimant quest. So there is that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to actually go real quick just to see whether I can see Elecray right now. I think I have to speak to Quigfen. Don't I have to speak to Quigfen to be able to do that? Maybe I do. And maybe I also need to give him a... yes, renew my contract, thank you very much. But yes, maybe I do need to give him a Qualis gem to get that. But I don't think that's the case. But anyway, there's Lord Decimus there. He's just chilling out next to the Sarlian villagers. Not entirely sure what he's doing, but yeah, hopefully he'll just leave me alone. And there's Dees. I'm not going to be taking him because he has a problem with one of our people. And Quigfen, hello. Ah. Yes, that's what I need to do. You seem to wish to befriend the Noldor, however you must prove your good intentions in order to gain their trust. There is a marauding Jatu army roaming the Laria woods, attacking Noldor patrols. Yeah, alright. Alright, I'll try it. How long do I have to complete this? It's unlimited. That's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fine. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be able to do that. As you can see, we're perfectly in profit. No problem at all there, thanks to the mercenary payment, of course. And, you over here too, young farmers, talking about a hero adventurer who's leading a peasant revolt. Well, I actually don't even know whether that is the unique spawn. I don't think it is, because the unique spawn has a French-sounding name, I believe. But anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.